Hey there. Let's talk about a word you've probably already used a dozen times today without even thinking about it. That. It's one of those tiny four-letter words that does so much work in the English language, and we're about to dive into its secret life. I mean, seriously, just think about how often you say it. What was that? I think that you're right. Can you pass me that thing over there? It's absolutely everywhere, hiding in plain sight. It's so basic, so fundamental, that we just, we don't even notice the heavy lifting it's doing in our sentences. And that right there, that's the big question for today. You might actually be surprised to learn that this one little word is a master of disguise. It's playing two totally different but super important roles in our language. So, you ready to see what they are? Okay, first up, let's talk about its most obvious job, that as a pointer. When it's singling something out. The official grammar nerd term for this is a determiner, and it's probably the first way we all learn to use the word. Yeah, the definition is as simple as it gets. A determiner's whole purpose in life is to specify which thing you're talking about. When you use that like this, you're basically pointing with your words. You're telling your listener, hey, forget everything else, focus on that specific thing right there. Look at this example, it's crystal clear, right? When you say that book, you're immediately drawing a line in the sand. You don't want just any old book. You want a specific one, the one that's a little bit away from you. And we see the exact same thing here. We're not talking about all dogs or the dog sitting at your feet. Nope. We're talking about that particular dog, the one across the street or way down at the end of the leash. The word that instantly creates a sense of distance and specificity. So this is really the key difference when you're thinking about this versus that. It all just comes down to how close something is. You use this for things right here, within arm's reach, and you use that for things over there, not so close. It's a simple but really powerful little spatial tool we have built right into our language. All right, so we've nailed that as a pointer. Now let's totally switch gears and look at its second, more abstract job. That as a connector. In this role, the word stops pointing at stuff and starts linking ideas together. And the technical term for this is a subordinator. So on their own, these are just two separate, simple thoughts, right? Think of them like two little Lego bricks. They're fine by themselves, but if you want to build something bigger, something more interesting, you need a way to snap them together. And bam, there it is. That is the magic connector piece. It takes our two separate ideas and fuses them into one single, more complex thought. You said that, you liked me. It's like a bridge, showing us that the second idea is actually the content of the first one. Pretty cool, right? So what's a subordinator really doing? Well, it's basically a little flag. It signals that one part of the sentence is dependent on another part, or that it's giving us more information about it. It's the glue that lets us build these longer, more meaningful sentences out of simple pieces. And this connector job is incredibly flexible. You can see it here. That can introduce a crucial detail, it can kick off a whole complex thought at the start of a sentence, or it can even be used for emphasis. It's like a little grammatical Swiss Army knife. So let's just pull this all together for a second. We've got this one super common word, and it's doing two completely different, totally essential jobs. It's just a fantastic example of how efficient the English language can be, especially at its most basic level. And here they are, side by side, the two secret lives of that. On one hand, you have the pointer. Its job is physical, singling out objects in the real world. And on the other hand, you have the connector. Its job is totally abstract, weaving our thoughts together into complex sentences. So, why does any of this matter? Well, because really understanding these simple building blocks is the secret to powerful communication. When you know exactly what a word like that is doing, you have so much more control. You can express really complex ideas with this beautiful simplicity. It's not just about sounding smart, it's about being clear and effective. So the next time you hear yourself use a simple word, just pause for a second and ask, wait, what job is that word really doing right now? Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. What other common word in your vocabulary is secretly pulling double duty or maybe even triple duty without you ever noticing? It's definitely something to think about.